Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep.
You may, for y'all's benefit, you may get two videos though, because it done that. Okay, now we're going to go in when we talk about the verbs, and I think maybe now you'll be able to see why that we're trying to stress the first part of the introduction of the book to learn all those things that needs to be learned there. Now what happened? Mr. Chrome wants to open up for some reason. Okay, so we get the present indicative active of luo. Now, in the singular, and I want to stress this, you have to realize that sometimes with when you're translating, that the context was going to help. Just like I said on the word theos, you have to look at the context to see whether it's a little g or a capital G. And the same with Lord. And so the same will be with some of the verbs. You have to make sure that you're reading what's there, because like when we get down to some of these verbs, there's maybe one way to translate them, or two ways, or three ways. So you have to make sure you look at the context. Like luo. Luo means I loose, but it also means I am loosing, or I do loose. That sounds good, do loose. Then luace, you see that ace on the end of it there, luace, it means you lose, or you are losing, you do lose. Then the lue in the singular, it's he loses, or she loses, or it loses, and on with all the others, if you see that. And then in the plural, it's luo men, we lose, are losing. Then luete, you all. And that's why I was telling you before, Brother Roberts, when it's plural, you say you all, or you can use the word ye. But when you're translating from the Greek to the English, you're going to have to make some distinction with the you, because you want to make sure that if you're up talking and you translated it and you say you, they may be thinking about one person, and if it's meaning more persons, you say you all. And so then usi, they loose. So you notice there that here every time, if you drop down to the next part, number 5 there, he talks about the verb luo presents a stem. Now the stem is lu. You see that? Which is unchanged throughout the word. Now, over in some of the other tenses of the verbs, they may be a time when there may be a epsilon in front of it, or maybe eta in front of the word lu, upsilon. But that's the stem, no matter what. If you have something before or after, that's the stem you're building on. And so, which is unchanged throughout, a connecting vowel, omicron or epsilon, the omicron before mu, and that a nu. So which is called the thematic vowel, and a set of endings clearly seen in men, that is omen there, and te, the plural endings. They are called personal endings. So in lu ete, what is the stem? It's lu. Well, what is connecting vowel? It's epsilon there. So it has what's the personal ending? Ete. So these endings tell us the person and the number of the verb. Okay. So when you look here at these the formation, you notice that in the singular there, the omega tells you that it's singular, first person singular. And then ace, you or thou, King James. And then it tells you that it's second person singular. And then the a shows you that it's the third person singular, he, she, or it. And then in the plural, it's omen, we. Third person, first person plural. Second person plural is ete, you or you all or ye. And then the third person plural, uisi. Usi. It's easier to say luusi. Luusi. Okay. So you have there, as we go back now, if you go back up there with the words, where the word is there. And you notice he says there it's luo, lues, lue, luomen, and luete, and luusi. Now, if you memorize luo, that's what I put down for me to memorize. I put down luo on my little throw card. I put luo there. Then on the back, I put down luo, lues, lui, lue, luomen, luete, luusi. And when I see it, lu, then I go in my mind, I go through all those because that's the endings of the perfect active indicative of luo. It never changes. But when I get ready to use another verb and it's in the present active indicative, I'm going to use the same endings. See, so that's the reason why that you do the memorizing so that you can be able to translate, because you're going to notice in your exercises that you have to do that you'll have to translate. Now, I was going to let me on your when you're doing your exercises, we're going to say, for instance, he will say, let's say Petros luete. Now, Petros is Peter. Peter loses.
Is that use of that word in that sentence where on this rock?
Yeah, Petros.
Is it the same word?
It's Petra and Petra. Petros and Petra.
It's different.
Yes,
Slightly
right.
different.
They're different in Matthew 16. Yes, two different words. Petros means rock, but Petra is a rock. So if I were to say Petros luete, I mean lue, that's why it wouldn't say luete because that'd be plural. Peter is singular, but it would say Petros lue. That means Peter loses. Okay, but literally, if you were to want to be literal, Peter he loses.
Yeah.
Okay, because he is there, but when you translate, you don't translate it that way. Now, there is a time like in John 14, verse 6, where Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am is ego eime, and that's what he's saying there is I, because ego has its own, verbs have their own noun built in. If there's, in other words, if the word says you have lue there, we know it's he lose. He has lue there all by itself with a period. Lue. When you read lue, but you translate it, you have to say he loses.
You're talking about grammar. You're talking about there it locks down the actual meaning of
Yes.
it in all forms of it.
Right. So if you were to literally translate that, it'd be Peter he loses. But if it just has lue out there, it's he lose. You know. But with Jesus, when he says ego eime, he's saying there I am. I myself am, because the verb eime has its own noun. It's there by itself. I am. So, and then you have the accent there. Notice that the accent of verbs is recessive. In other words, if you'll go back up there and look at those words, you notice there it says notice the, well, it doesn't do it here because it's it goes over to the peanut. Notice the accent is on the epsilon in all cases there in all six words. But it is recessive. If the ultimate is long, the accent falls on the penult, otherwise on the antepenult. That's what you have up there. It's on the antepenult. Well, there's luo, it doesn't have but two parts, so that's where it goes. It goes on the penult there. So in the translation, now here's what I was talking about. The translation, the English student must make several adjustments in his thinking when he comes to Greek verbs. First, the Greek verb, when it is unaccompanied by a substantive, that's a noun or a pronoun, carries its own subject. Luete means you lose. That's what it means. When the subject of the verb is expressed, the verb ending agrees with that subject, like Jesus lue, Jesus loses. By taking the proper ending and adding it to the stem of the verb, any form can be made.
That's continuous. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that would be, yeah. So the word ego, I lead. It means I bring, I lead. So notice there then a gay, he leads. Now, see, if it was just sitting there by itself in a sentence and there's a period behind it, we would say, or just say, for instance, there was a semicolon behind it, make it, well, no, it has to be a period behind it. So it'd say ego, it means I lead. Now, if it put Petros or Jesus ego on there, it means Jesus led, like that. Okay, so you don't use the I. If you're trying to emphasize something other, then you can say, well, there it says, literally it says there, Jesus, I lead. Okay, and then you'll have legomen, we speak. We speak. Now we find that here it says, like Christos, genoske, Christ knows. And so that makes sense. Are you any questions on that? How that Christos?
Even in Spanish, I can spell
B.
some of it is kind of similar to the Greek.
Yes. Some, yeah, some of, yeah, like
H, they spell H-E-J.
Yeah. So, yes.
Jesus.
Jesus, yeah.
Like I was saying in Spanish.
Yeah.
I was saying Jesus está escribiendo,
Mhm.
which means Jesus is the way in Spanish.
Yeah, yeah. It's similar. They're similar.
Jesus is not the right way to say it though, is it?
Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus, right?
Yeah, but if you put it in English, then you're gonna say Jesus. Just
Exactly.
he was speaking in Spanish, so the Spanish person would understand that how he was saying that he's talking about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So and that's the
So I'm
same.
saying people have changed it, say Jesus, right? Like it's really Jesus or, because it's the J is not, isn't the J not silent?
That's it's an iota with an eta there.
Iota.
I'm talking about the Latin or Spanish.
Oh, I don't know about Latin and Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just meant that it wasn't the actual, like, that the way that he used Latin.
Oh, yeah.
Paul used the Latin. That was.
They're Latin translations, yes.
To Jesus, it's Yeshua, which is Greek, right? So he
Yeah.
changed it.
You see, you can tell me a Spanish person, like, you know, I have Spanish names, you know, up at the store.
Yeah.
The store, so I go over there, and sometimes I'll practice a little bit of Spanish, you know, to speak to them, so I don't forget the Spanish.
Yeah.
But see, out in California, you meet a lot of Latinos, and they all speak, they don't all speak
Okay.
Spanish, but some of them, most of them speak Spanish, but then they'll come up to you and say, something to you in Spanish, you know. They may, sometimes they think, I have a little Spanish.
Yeah.
So they'll say, you know Espanol, you know Spanish? And I tell
Espanol,
them,
I don't know
say, I
Espanol.
know a little bit. I just say Coco. I know a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might want to know something.
I just know one, Jose May. Okay, another difference, when that's translation now, another difference from English is that Greek has only one form for the progressive present. It's like I am loosing. So when you see the word luo, it can mean I lose, but it can also mean the progressive present, I am loosing, or the emphatic present, I do lose, and then the regular present, I lose. And so we have to remember that the Greek has only one form for the possessive present, the emphatic present, and the regular present. It is always possible in giving context for the translation to be any one of those three. So if you found the word there and the context means I am losing, or maybe the next context would be I do lose. So you have to make sure you look at the context all the time. Any questions? Okay, then you have the infinitive. The present active infinitive is formed by adding the ending always. This is the only ending in present active infinitive. It's ein, E-I-N. Now we have another one for Aries, and we'll get to that later. But in the present active infinitive, that's all it is. If it's an infinitive, it's going to be that, E-I-N. Epsilon, iota, nu. That's the present tense. Its use includes nearly all the similar uses of the English infinitive. Now you notice there he says, ego, thelo, graphing, I wish to write. Or since it's present active, we could say, I wish to be a writer. Like in 1 Timothy 2, there it says, it's in there with the word teach, to be a teacher. Woman cannot be a woman to be a teacher of men. That's the idea there.
So it meant any way possible, no possible way that a woman could teach.
She teaches though, and it's just in that context of how he uses it.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, I mean, like, there's no way around it.
No, it wouldn't be no way around to be a teacher. She wants to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Woman there to be a teacher. And so you read the context of there, and he's talking about usurping the authority and so forth over a man. So, okay, so those infinitives now, you're going to find there are a lot of those, and so they're very, very important. Well, you know, to understand that of Greek. And that's the reason why he just throws it in here right now, but we're going to talk more about it later. In other words, we'll build upon that later. Now, vocabulary for this week. Notice there it says all the omega verbs given in the vocabulary are inflected like luo. In other words, every verb that we have in this vocabulary list would actually be translated as just like if you go back to luo, get same endings on the end. Okay. Notice that, remember the stem was lu, L-U, lama, upsilon, and then here's the endings, omega, then ace and a, and omen, ete, and usi. Okay? And so when we look at the vocabulary, so because what we're going to do, it says here, all the omega verbs given in the vocabulary are inflected like luo, write out the conjugation of grapho and lego with translation. So that would be part of your homework to do that. You can use those two words, grapho and lego, or you can choose any two words you'd like, you know, to do. And
on page 3. That you're talking about?
yeah, page 3, vocabulary, number 9. So what I would encourage you to do if you want to be impress the teacher. Not really. What I did is I did more than those, because the more times you do those, the more you're going to see, oh, there's this stem and there's this ending. And you'll see that over and over and over again. And that impresses you to say, well, I know the present active indicative. I know that because it's omega, it's hey, it's omega, ace, hey, omen, ete, usi. So you'll know that over and over. So ego, we'll pronounce them. Y'all want to pronounce them out too? You ready? Number 9.
Ego.
Page 3 on number 9. See what? It's really and truly, I think, is all right, can y'all hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I want to do something about this.
Yes, Bobby.
I can't hear you.
You can't, what about that?
It's that cable.
I don't know what it is.
Those cables go bad a lot.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, this has been rolled up because I had to undo it. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Okay. You got your books, right?
yeah.
Okay. We'll go on. We won't worry about this right now. I'm going to pull it out one more time and stick it somewhere else and see if it works. I'll bring my own cord.
Yeah, they go.
Look at there. Done it again. Oh, there you go. There it is. It has to warm up, I guess. But notice the word here, you know, like I said, ego again, it'd be ego, eges, ege, egomen, egete, egusi, okay? Then it'd be akuo, I hear, akues, akue, akuamen, akuete, akuuso, usi, usi. Then on and on. That's the way you would do them. Write them out that way. So we have the word there, ego means I lead, I bring. And so the context is going to when you translate these things that you're going to be translating, you have to, when it says that it's going to be either way, that whatever the sentence is going to help you to, whether you use the word like that word, I lead or I bring. Okay. And then akuo, I hear acoustic, that's acoustic tiles. That's to help with the hearing, as they say. Then balo, I throw ballistics. Also, it means cast or I thrust. Blipo, I see. Genosco, I know, I realize, I learn. Now, you can take that word genosco there, and if we were to put one of our prepositions that we're going to learn in front of it, and we would say epigenosco, it means complete knowledge. Okay, and it's not used about 7 or 8 times in the New Testament. I can't remember, but we'll see some of those words where the prepositions are put on them. Then you have the word echo. I have, I get, I hold. Thalo, I wish, I am willing. Thalo, yeah. Thalo, I wish, I am willing, I delighted in. Jesus, and notice that sometimes people think that's a rough breathing. No, it's the iota and the eta that's there. Hey, Jesus. Notice there, it's hey. It's you have the you have 2 emphasis. You have the circumflex is on the oos. Ooh. Hey, Jesus. Okay. Then you have kai. Notice the accent. Labano. Now, most times we would just say, Jesus kai labano. That's the way we would say it. But the Greeks, when they say them, they would say, Jesus kai labano, labano, because they emphasize, the accent supposed to be an emphasis. So I take, I receive. Now, we'll tell you something. When labano is in the present active indicative, it's always I take. That's what we see, but some people say would not agree with it. They wouldn't agree with it 100%. Then you have this one. This is always been my easy one. Let go, I say. Let go, let go. Let me go, I say. That's the way I remembered that one. Let go. It means I speak, I say, or tell. It's just according to context. Legology. Okay. Then you have grapho. I write. In other words, graphics. Also, example of written. Now we're going to see that the word grapho also is going to mean writings. The noun. I'm going to move my Bible. I think my Bible may be hidden that. I'm going to keep my hands. Look at there.
I think your cord is too heavy for what you're trying to do. So take and loop it up on your rostrum. Take and loop it on your rostrum.
We moving it again. Like that?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to bring my own cord next week.
So you're taking the weight off of that.
Yeah.
That pulling.
Okay. All right. Then you have the word day. It means but, and. You notice there in the parentheses, postpositive must be in the second class or second clause. When we get down to read some of the Greek things here, we'll point that out. I mean, where my thing go? Look down there in your text A, translate for next lesson. Go down there and you'll see there it says on the first line, you see the word ude. See ude?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what it means. In other words, it wouldn't be su, du. It'd be ud. That's the way it comes in the scriptures. You'll find that a lot of times your conjunction, it does not. Well, let's go. Let me go back. Let's go all the way back up to the top, and notice right here. You see right here, right there's a day. It cannot be here. It cannot be the first word of the sentence. It has to go here. All right. That's the point that he's trying to make with that about being postpositive. So, but now, see, but now, but see, if you were to read that literally from the Greek New Testament, you would say, "Nunade min a pistis elpis agape." But then if they say, "What does that mean?" You say, "Well, but now abides faith, hope, and love." You know, unless you wanted to give a literal translation, but we don't give literal translations unless it helps us to understand the context. I don't.
You're talking about thought for thought or something?
Yes, thought, yeah. So that's what he means there. Then the word ego, it means I. So if I were to have, we'll say, ego, a me, like I said a while ago, ego, it means I. A me, though, has its own pronoun, I be, I be, or I am. But we usually say, I am. But Jesus, when he says it, he's trying to be emphatic. I, ego, a me. I myself am. That's what he said. And sometimes you can find out that Jesus is not saying it by himself, but you can find the same phraseology in the Greek in other areas where he's trying to make some emphasis. Yes, it is very specific.
Yeah.
Then euristo, notice it means I find. Euristo. Now, sometimes you can, I have a problem in remembering ego, I lead, I bring, ego, I lead, I bring. And, but with this one, euristo, I find. Then we've already know luo. Now, luo, if you'll notice the parentheses there, luo, the luo actually means analysis. Okay, kind of the idea of now losing in parts. Then you have ook or oo, but it means not. But before vowels, you'll find it in the Greek New Testament, ook, or diphthongs. In front of vowels or diphthongs, it's ook. And then before rough breathings, like we would say, like ook, oo. If it has a rough breathing, then it's oo, just oo, ook, ook, or ook. How you want? It's O-U-C-H sound. Ook, ook. Then you have sozo. I save, I heal. Okay. All right. Says practice said and allow the conjugation of the other verbs in the above vocabulary. And so let's see here. I don't want to go into that other. I don't want to go to nouns, but I got the. Any questions? I don't want to leave this verb and go to nouns, but we still have about 30 minutes. So I'll tell you what we'll do then. I didn't know if we get here this far. That is quick. Why don't we just go through there and we see if all of you can go with me and do the verbs with the present active indicative. Okay? All right. Ego.
Ego.
Ego. Ages.
Agay.
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 All right. Plural. Agaman. Agoman. Agaman.
Agoma.
Ago eti. Egete. It's no O there.
Egete.
Yeah. Egausi. Egausi. That sound right? Ekuo. Eku es. Eku e. Eku omen. Oku eti. Oku usi. Balo. Bales. Ba. Bale. Ba omen. Ba luti. Eti. Ba luti. Ba lut. Ah. Ba.
Balute.
Balete. Balete.
Balete.
Ba Lucy.
Baluse.
Okay. Blippo. Blip a. Blip base. Blip et. Blip a. Blippomen. Blip
Blippo.
ete. Blip usi. Blip usi.
Lepus.
Now here's a good one. Genosco. Genos ace. Genos a. Genos omen. Genos ete. Geno usi. Echo. Ek ace. Ek ace. Ek a. Ek omen. Omen. Ek ete. Ek usi. Some of them easier than the others with me. Then you have thalo, thales, ete, no, thale, lomen, ete, usi. And Jesus is a noun. Kai is a conjunction. Okay. Laban o, Laban ace, Laban a, Laban omen, Laban ete, Laban usi. Okay, some of them's easier than others. Then you have Lego, Legos, Lege, Legomen, Legete, Legusi. Grapho, Graphes, Graphe, Graphomen, Graphete, Graphusi. They is a conjunction. Ego, Eges, Egete, Ego, I do that every time. Ego, Eges, Ege, Egemen, Egete, Egusi. This is good. Now that is, if I'm not mistaken, is that a rough breathing right there on? Let me look at this here. Yeah, that is. It is. That is a rough breathing. Heurisco. Heuriscates. Heuriscate. Heuriscomen. Heurisete. Heuris-usi. Okay, then we are done luo, numbered. Then sozo. Sozo. So S-O-Z-O. Sozo, sozes, soz a, soz omen, soz eti, soz usi. Notice
What do you read?
So
Pronunciations of tenses?
that's the tenses, yeah, we were just,
Okay.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh.
Well, that's what I said. We want, let's go back over here to the, up here where it says luo. Go back where it says luo, and that's what we did. Went through the whole verb, putting these endings on right here. And so when you're reading the Bible, that way you'll be able to understand, the And sometimes when you may forget what the word is. In other words, if you were to go there and all of a sudden you were to see, we'll say, let me go back up here. Say, for instance, you were reading, and all of a sudden you were to read the word Lucy, but you couldn't remember what it meant. But you could say, I don't know what that word means, but I know it's in third person plural. If you know the endings, you know, no matter whatever words, the rest of the words in the Bible right now, if you had a Greek New Testament and you was reading it, and every time you see one of these endings, you would know it was first person, whatever, second person, whatever, third person, whatever. You'd know that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go down. We done the practice there. We may leave early. Let me look right here. Okay, that's the changing. We're going to translate that. Then, okay, let us just look at this text. All right, you look at the text. Okay, and this is for y'all out there out in the streaming land. I wake Jim up over there. Yeah. He had a hard day at school. Okay, just notice this. What would you say when we look at the text? Roman numeral 3, text number 1. Let go. Well, how would you translate that? Let go.
Let go.
I say. Let go. I say. All right, here's one. Ego, let go. I let go. Y'all supposed to do these, see? Come on, Desiree. You take the next one there.
Let go.
No, the third one.
Which one? Oh. Oh man. Jesus.
Okay,
Lege.
okay. What does that mean?
Jesus is speaking.
Yeah, okay, Jesus is speaking, you could say, or Jesus, he, because we see the third person singular ending, so he says, Jesus says, or Jesus
Okay.
speaking.
Okay.
Or you can say Jesus is speaking.
Okay.
Okay, you there, Jim? All right, you take the next one. I can't hear you.
I'm lost.
Right here.
Ooh.
You see it there?
No,
Ooh. Laga.
Ooh, lege.
Luge. Lege.
What does that mean? Remember, lege has its own pronoun.
Yeah.
He, she, it.
What would
Not
it be like?
saying.
He doesn't
Not
say.
saying. Ooh is not, right?
Yeah.
You notice it's ooh because there's a constant. Ooh lege. He is not saying, or he is not speaking. You see that?
Not. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Look at the next one there. Now we're gonna put them together. Jesus, ooh lege.
Lege.
Jesus is not speaking,
Speaking.
or Jesus is not saying,
Yeah.
or Jesus says not. Okay, now watch the next one. Watch the word philo.
Philo.
Wish. Okay. Oh, let's see. Who gets these. These are good ones. All right. What's the next? Okay, Desiree, you'll take the first one. Well, ladies first.
Teleo. Exane. Exane.
That's
Exane.
ek,
Ek.
aim. What is
Again.
that E? What is that epsilon iota nu?
Oh. What is that?
Infinitive.
Okay.
That's the infinitive. All of these are infinitives out through there. So we would say, because it's from there that, you know, that I'm trying to say what I want to say there. When you go back up, ego. So it's ego, I hold, is that right? I have, get, I hold. So we're
I
saying there, I wish to hold.
Hold. Yeah, I wish to hold.
Yeah, I wish to hold, or I wish to have, or I wish to get.
Okay.
So you would translate that infinitive to something, always with the word to.
Okay.
Then notice there, he changes, he says, theles, that is you. Then he says, eurisque, came. And so eurisque is the word find. So it would be there, you wish to find.
You wish
Okay,
to
so it
find.
would be find, you wish to find. Then they lay, legging. And what is legging?
You
I
wish
say,
to speak.
speak. I say,
To
I
speak.
speak. So you would translate there, you say simply, no, he.
I wish to say.
Well, no, notice the ending there on thele.
Okay.
That's he, she, or
He
it.
speaks. He
Yeah,
wishes to
she, or it.
speak.
So the context would cover. So she, or let's say she
She wishes
she wishes to say.
to say.
Yeah, she wishes to say, or she wishes to speak.
Right.
Okay, then here we have they low men a kuang. Now, what they low is still wish. If you recall, you know, it's going to go all the way back. Wish, willing, or delighted in. But we'll use the word wish. So lower men is what?
Mm.
Third,
Oh.
first person plural. They wish, they could.
They wish to hear.
To hear, yeah, they wish to hear. They wish to hear. Okay, let's see some more. Let's look at some more. Look at row number 3. Laba'omen. What does that mean? Well, labano means I have. Let's go all the way back up there. I take, receive. So laba'omen is they take or receive. Okay, then graph omen. What is grapho?
We write.
Okay, then omen. What's omen is the first person plural. So we
Writes.
Yeah, that Laban no men. I said they. I think that's we take or we receive. So we write. He says there we write. Then genosco was genosco.
To know.
To know. So I know.
So we
men.
know.
Yeah. We know.
We know.
We know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could say now again. Remember, we have the other. You can also say we are knowing. All right. Blippo means what?
Saw. We see.
Okay. See. So we see. Blippo men. First person plural. A ku omen. It's first person plural.
We heard. We hear.
Yeah, we heard or we hear. Balomen.
We throw.
We throw. We cast. Okay. Number 4. We get all these, we're going to stop. Number 4. Labanete.
You receive.
You receive. That is one or two.
Or you take
No, singular. It's singular.
single. So
Yeah,
you,
singular. Yeah,
you,
that's you was right, not you
Okay.
all, you. We're talking
you,
about one.
okay,
Again, the context would, if, we bear out
yeah.
there, it would be you. Okay, graffiti. No, I'm
You
sorry.
write,
Yeah, yeah. That Laban eti is you all right.
you
Ye.
all right.
Ye take or ye receive or ye write. It's plural. Notice that it's plural. Eti is plural. The second person plural. Okay. The thing of it is like ace is second person singular, then a is third person singular, then eti is second person plural. Okay. Genos ete, you'd say ye or you all. No.
You
Blep
all,
eti.
you all know.
Yeah. Blep eti.
You all see,
You all see. Ku eti.
you all hear,
You all hear. Baleti. Baleti.
you all throw.
You all throw. Oh, you're getting good there.
Yeah.
See, that's the way you learn your vocabulary, by doing this.
Okay.
Okay, this number 5. Ekues.
That would be you here. No. Yeah,
Yeah.
you here.
You hear, singular.
Yeah.
You hear. Yeah, you hear. Okay, now here, remember this u. Now notice it's a consonant there, the llama. U, la, bane.
I would say you don't.
You don't what?
You don't receive or you don't take.
Yeah, you don't receive or you don't take.
Yeah.
Okay. Eku usi.
Oof. That would be they,
Third person plural.
they hear.
They hear. All right, now notice this one. You got 3 words.
Oh,
Now, we're going to see how you translate here when you're just trying to translate. U,
they
Lucy,
don't
Aban,
wish.
a name. What's
They don't
U?
wish,
What's U?
don't or not.
Not is not. The
Not.
Lucy,
It's take. They take. Oh, and they they don't wish to take.
there you go. They don't wish to take. You have to make sure that 2 is in front of that take. They don't.
Right.
They don't wish to. They
Take.
don't wish to receive.
Receive.
That's good. Let's see here. All right. Number 6. And there was Genoske.
He knows. He realized.
He, she, or it knows.
Yeah.
So now if you were, when you translate these things, if it's in that third person singular, then make sure you put he, or choose whatever you want to. Most what I do is put he, then in parentheses, I put he, I put she and it.
Okay.
So that, unless the context. All right, now here's the thing again. Genoskote. Genoskete.
I'll say he, she, or it doesn't know. Or no, you don't. You all don't know. Y'all don't know.
Ete. Yeah, you all don't know.
Yeah.
You all don't know.
Don't know.
Because it's second person plural. Ook is not. They know not. See, they know not. No, not they. You all know not. I'm trying to make it third person, second person. Okay, ego genosko. Notice, now I don't see it, I'm not gonna see if you get that one. Everybody look at that one. Ego genosko.
I
Ego is
don't
what?
know. Ego's I or ego.
Ego,
I know.
ego is I, ego, I.
I know. I I know.
What's that little
Hmm.
dot behind that omega?
Oh, yeah. That's a semicolon.
Semicolon. What was that? Ooh,
Ooh.
genoskete. What's that behind that ete? Epsilon. It's a semicolon. What's a semicolon? Do
Question
you
mark.
not know?
A question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now let's do the last one. Well, we've got two lessons. Now notice here, u de genosko usi.
Ooh.
U is not, de is
But
but.
they don't know.
Yeah, but they don't know. But they don't know. Then with the last one, genoskes.
You
Genoskes?
know.
Okay, but what's that little thing behind the sigma?
Question mark.
Yeah, so
Do you
H
know?
there is second person singular. He knows. Like, does he know?
I'm surprised I got one.
Does he
Does he
know?
know?
Close to one.
Well, again, like I said,
I
you
don't
learn
remember that.
you learn the first part, the introduction. Go down there and learn the introduction, learning those the
Okay.
alphabet, the diphthongs, the vowels, and all of those. It comes in handy. Then when you start adding things to it, it's easy, gets easier.
Yeah.
You know,
Is
and
it-
don't get me wrong. When I went to middle school of preaching, I was when I took Greek, I was 26 years old, and I was in my last 4 quarters of school. We had to take Greek, and the teacher who was teaching me was taking the course. He was about 1 or 2 lessons ahead of us. He'd never taken, you know, and he did a great job. We just used a different book. We thought we'd use Machen's Greek book, but we used Summers. And so, you know, a lot of us had studied some, went and bought the book and studied some, but he changed because he was taking Summers' course. He did a great job. And but we would come to school and we had chalkboards and we practiced writing these things out. We sat there and said, all right, write all your vocabulary. And we wrote those out. Just like that exercise I said you need to do, we did earlier with all of the vocabulary there. We did the conjugations for all of those. We would do that up on the board. And I'm talking about, we had 1 hour class on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we had to spend 1 hour. We would spend 3 or 4 hours up at the building just writing this stuff on the wall. I mean, because all of us, like I said, some of us were new converts. I mean, I'd been a member of the church 3 years when I went there. So, okay, then your homework is, everybody knows their homework assignment. You do the other things I told you to do, and make sure you do the translate and the text. 2A, Roman numeral 2, Roman numeral 4, and then what else I tell you? We done conjugated those others, so you can conjugate some of those, and you know, you don't have to submit those though. All right. Lord willing, then we'll do your homework next week, and then we'll start with number 2. Talk about nouns. Homework gets better with those nouns. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh,
All right. Y'all have a good night.
all right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Part of it for me, I dropped out of high school and I tried to take English in college.
Yeah.
And I failed it. So like I had to try to catch up on a lot of stuff. I think I've gotten better at reading just from the Bible.